the World Meteorological Organization declared the warmest decade on record. This week's Keeping It Green looks at the impact.
Rediscover Flow at discoverflow.co. Flow, inspired by you.
The decade 2011 to 2020 is the warmest decade on record by a clear margin on both land and ocean. The World Meteorological Organization calls this warming surge alarming, adding the year 2023 is also the warmest ever. Speaking at the opening of the 2023 UN Climate Change Conference in the United Arab Emirates, the head of the WMO, Petteri Taras, says heat-trapping greenhouse gases continue rising.
We have already achieved 1.4 degrees warming, and that's so far the warmest year since 1850. We have also broken records in main greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide, and in carbon dioxide we are now 150% above the pre-industrial concentrations. And we have started seeing growing amount of disasters related to weather, and in many parts of the world we have broken less comfortable temperature records.
New data shows Antarctic sea ice is at a record low at the end of the southern hemisphere winter. In September, it was 1.5 million square kilometers less than its previous record low. Following continual ocean warming and melting of the glaciers and ice sheets meanwhile, the data also shows record sea level rise. The WMO report, titled Global Climate 2011 to 2020, A Decade of Acceleration, is informing talks on a climate finance fund that would help compensate vulnerable countries struggling to cope with loss and damage caused by climate change.
And one very powerful way to adapt to climate change is to invest in early warning services to avoid loss and damage, which is also one of the big issues here in Dubai. And we have already started investments in the improvement of basic observing systems which are needed for the input of the early warning service forecasts.
As the Earth stays hotter for longer, weather forecasters aim to save lives and protect livelihoods. I'm Ian Wallace, keeping it green for TDT News.
You exercising to get fit and healthy, going to the rivers and beaches to spend time with the family, yet you're leaving the place dirty. Whether it's Chancellor, Buko, the Savannah, or one of the streets by we, let us reduce, reuse and recycle and clean up the country. No matter your age or gender, everyone can be an Earth defender. Get into green with Swim Call.
'Twas the month before Christmas, the season of chaos, and Donna was worried. She wasn't ready for Christmas. But the everything plan she signed up for one day marked the beginning of gig speeds and the season of giveaways. Home makeovers, groceries, tech and cash galore for paying her bill and switching to more. What were the chances, Donna thought with a blush. Flo truly meant it when they'd said, Christmas is on us.